All right, guys, what's going on, man? Hope you're having a good one. So, when it's time to bash on this game because of stupid stuff, I might be the first one. But when it's time to give credit because they do good stuff on this game, I don't mind being the first one either. I like playing Call of Duty, guys. And I just like playing a good COD game. Now, this game had a major issue, which was the divisions. Now, a huge update is coming up April 10th. And it has been announced on the Call of Duty YouTube channel. The Sledgehammer Games principal multiplayer system designer, Greg Raisdorf, just hit us with a bombshell telling us that the divisions are being redesigned. So I got pictures here of the divisions from what they are now and the divisions of what they're up to come. Okay, so let's take a look, for example, on infantry. Okay, so let's take a look on infantry right here. So rifle bayonet is going to be removed. Additional primary attachment, that will stay. Extra magazines will be removed. And move significantly faster while aiming down the sight, that stays. So let's see the two things that have been removed and what are the two added. So we have additional primary attachment. That one is still there. Now this one is new. Second pistol attachment and swap weapons faster. This one here comes from Resistance Division currently, right now. While aiming down the sight, have less idle sway. Now this reminds me of an attachment that is on when you use a sniper. It's called the ballistic calibration. What it does is it reduces sway. So I guess maybe it comes from there. I don't know. And the other one is move faster while aiming. That we still haven't. So that's for that. Moving on to airborne. Now this division has a major change. First of all, you have to keep in mind that the suppressor will no longer be a division skill, which shouldn't be a division skill from the beginning. I mean, since when a suppressor is a freaking skill? It's an attachment. Is everyone with me on that? It's an attachment. I don't know why somebody there at Sledgehammer Games said, let's put the suppressor as a division skill. They just split too many shit. And that's what fucked up the game, man. That's what kept people away from this game. So listen, man. They're listening to the community. That's good. I'm going to be positive on that with them. So SMG suppressor is removed and it's going to be an attachment. So it's removed from the division. You can now have unlimited sprint. Thank God, man. I think the flow on these maps will be way much better. Okay, you'll be able to run longer and I mean just unlimited. So sprint longer distance as they have here, it's going to be removed. Climb over obstacles, that stays. And increase sprint speed, that stays. So as you see here, this is what we have. Now what they're adding is fire guns while sprinting and diving. I think that's on one of the basic trainings that I barely never use it. I think that's what they implement on the division. Reload while sprinting, I think that's also part of one of the basic trainings. Climb over obstacles faster, no damage from falling. That's really good. I think that was also from a basic training. And sprint faster over time, which is the same as increased sprint speed, I guess. So that's for division. This is going to be great because rushers finally gonna have something good on their hands. So let's move on to the next one. Okay, so next one here is armored, and the LMG bipod has been removed. You can have expeditionary or resistance division. If you're using an LMG, you will have your bipod. That no longer will exist on a division skill. Again, I think this is what when you have the LMG and you're laying down on the ground and you have like those two little things there holding up your LMG. That's what it does. Well, to me, again, this is not a division skill. That should be like some sort of attachment, but It's something that comes with the LMG, I guess. So I really didn't understood why this was there in the first place. But anyways, good thing they're removing that. So next we have immune to shell shock and tactical equipment. That stays. Then we have take less fire damage and take significantly less explosive damage. What they did here is they combine both of them. As you see on the right side, that's our first one. They combine both of these for one. So that's a good thing. Then we have immune to shell shock and tactical equipment. We already have that. Now here's what they added is increase bullet penetration through surfaces. That is an attachment currently. It's not really a good move in my opinion. I don't really understand why they put that as a, you know, basic skill on the division. But again, they thought that this would be a good way. And last but not least would be greatly reduce flinch when shot. Now this, I believe, is what you have from Prime basic training. There's two things on Prime, and if I'm looking over here on the basic training, you had additional primary attachment and flinch slightly less when shot. So that's funny that they're adding that to the division skill, but I guess that's okay. That's not an attachment. But what's gonna happen is that gonna be the only division that will have the less flinch when you get shot. We'll see. Now moving on to Mountain. Sniper Sharpshooter will no longer be part of basic skill. This will be part of any global division, as you will be using a sniper, which is a good thing. So that's gone. Always invisible to enemy recon aircraft, hidden to player controlled streaks, and silent movement. This is what we have now. Now let's take a look on what we're getting. What they did here is they combine invisible to enemy recon aircraft and controlled streaks. So they put that in one. Number two is killed enemies, death locations hidden. I'm not sure if this is part of a basic training. Somebody let me know in the comments below. The next one is no name or reticle change when enemies aim at you. That as well, I believe, is something part of a basic training. Not sure again. And silent movement. That's what we have already, and we'll keep that. So this is way much better for Mountain Division in my opinion. So moving on to the next one, Expeditionary. I always have a hard time saying this word, but shotguns, incendiary shells, as we have now, will be removed. This will be an attachment, which should have been since the beginning. Again, these stupid ideas, man. Select a piece of tactical and lethal equipment. Throw equipment faster, farther, and while sprinting, and resupply equipment from killed enemies. Now there's a lot of changes on this one. This is what we have now. Going to what we're gonna have is number one, double lethal and tactical EANTS equipment use. Munitions replenished from killed enemies and over time. That's the, you know, the scavenger perk as we used to know. And improve tactical and easier to destroy war buildables. What the fuck is that? No idea. Anybody on the comments below, let me know. And the other one is equipment damage paints enemies on minimap. Now this is what you found on the basic training espionage, which is bullet damage paints enemies on minimap for your team. And the other thing is it reveals enemy score streaks on the minimap. So they grabbed a part of espionage basic training and they added to expeditionary. Okay, well, you know, this was one of the divisions wasn't really apparently used much. So we'll see if this will, you know, be more attractive. You know, I don't know. To me, I don't know. I don't really see anything that really appeals to me. But if anyone likes this one, well, this is what you're gonna get from April 10. Now moving on to the last one, which is Resistance. And this one here has a few changes. So the pistol tactical knife is no longer, again, a division skill. Now I like this. I like the fact that they remove some of the dumbest things that they added on these divisions before. You know, tactical knife, it's an attachment. Once again, it's not a division skill. It's not a perk. It's not a, you know, a supernatural power. Or should I say super unnatural power. So pistol tactical knife will be removed. Scramble nearby enemies minimap. This is what we have. Additional pistol attachment and swap weapons faster. This is what we have, but they're grabbing this one. As you guys remember, they're adding into the infantry division. And then we have the minimap indicator in the direction of close hostiles. Now here's what they're putting on the division: minimap indicator and scrambler of close hostiles. So this is something that we already have. Enemy movement are easier to hear, and I don't know if we already have that on the game currently, you know, as a basic training or something like that, but I really don't recall. And you know, this is like SitRep Pro and MW3 or any other Call of Duty, you know, that perk that allowed you to hear the footsteps louder. So I think, you know, whatever, that's good, I guess. Next is kill and assist grant intel ping of nearby enemies. Not very familiar with this one. I know they have like on espionage basic training, bullet damage paints enemies on minimap. Is that something that is affiliated to it? Maybe. And the last one here is easier to spot targets and increase minimap coverage. So that again is another ability that they got from one of the basic trainings called Lookout, which has enemy targets appear from further away and increase minimap coverage. So the increased minimap coverage is well, that's what it is. It's actually the Lookout basic training. Easier to spot targets and increase minimap and coverage, as I'm seeing right now, and I'm looking on Lookout perk, as I'll show you here. That's exactly what it is. Enemy targets appear from further away and increase minimap coverage. It just changed a little bit the, you know, the words, but it's basically the same thing. So globally, I will say these are good changes. We will see in the near future if you know, this allows the game to be better. But in my opinion, man, I knew it since from the beginning when I even posted that video, which was my first one. COD WW2 sucks, and I complained, bitched, and moaned about these divisions, how stupid they were, and I'm sure I was not the only one. And for all of those goons always, hey, well, stop complaining about the game is great. Well, now maybe are you gonna be bitching to them for making these changes? Because if they're doing it, it's because they're listening to the community somehow, and they knew that this wasn't right. So there you have it, man. Feel free to let me know your comments down below, what you guys think about this. I think it's a great improvement for the game, and we'll see it on April 10 with the new DLCs. Anyways, my name is Soldier. Thank you so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you smash that like button and subscribe for more. Until then, I'm out. Peace out.